Hi there, my name is Cher Sager and I'm here today with Bekah Mackay. We're here to tell you a little bit about Bekah's story, but I wanted to first tell you a little bit about her. I've known Bekah for about 10 years now, and we've been very good friends. She's the kind of friend that you go to when the chips are down and you need someone to pick you up, as I have many times. Bekah's gone through an ordeal with breast cancer that she's going to tell you about in a minute, but I wanted to let you know how I got involved. I knew what she was going through during her breast cancer ordeal and her surgeries. We'd talk on the phone every now and then. But this past summer was when I really got in tune with what had happened to Bekah and what she was experiencing now. We were hanging out at the zoo, and we're on Zoombezi Bay on the little river. And Bekah had just posted on Facebook a photo of her bills, and I asked her how that was going, and to my surprise she said that she was actually getting phone calls from creditors on a daily basis. And she told me of one phone conversation that she had with a creditor that I was a little shocked by, but they were doing their job. And so that really sat with me for a few days, and I kept thinking about it and thinking about what she had said and how much of a financial struggle that she was in, even though I thought that her struggle was over. This was a new kind of struggle. So I began scratching my head and wondering why I was seeing pink ribbons in stores and pink ribbons on t-shirts and things everywhere, and that it seemed like there wasn't any money left over for Bekah, because if there were, she would have gotten it by now, surely. I do have several girlfriends being in the interior design field and two other friends that have been diagnosed. One of those friends, she was also in a financial need, and she filled out paperwork, and she was awarded $50 for 3 months. So I knew that this was the case, that it was a bleak pursuit if she went that route. And I began trying to figure out what I could do to help Bekah. So that's where I got involved, and I'm going to go ahead and let her tell you her story, and then we'll wrap up at the end. Bekah, why don't you go ahead?
Sure. So at 27, I had found a lump, and my doctor said it was no big deal. And when I was 28, though, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and about a month later started chemo, and got pretty sick off of the chemo, and they had to cancel it early. And I got genetic testing, which revealed that I had a gene mutation, and also wound up having a double mastectomy, and then radiation. So within the course of a year, I went from being fine to giving up both of my girls, and bald and the whole 9 yards, sick. And since then have had 3 reconstruction surgeries and lots of tests and procedures and scans, and the medical bills just kept stacking up. And it was a very emotional thing to get bills in the mail. Collectors started calling, hospitals call. Almost every day I get a call from somebody. And so months would go by, and finally the anxiety and the stress from knowing that I had a pile of bills would drive me to spread all my bills out on the table and try to come up with some kind of plan. So it happened that this summer I did that and realized that I had 30 providers I had worked with, and some providers were a stack because I had multiple bills with one provider. And I took a picture of it and posted it on Facebook and got a few comments, but Cher really was upset by it and shared with me that she had been asking God if there was anything that she could do, and she approached me with this idea to raise some money. She was wanting to turn some of the money for breast cancer my way. And honestly, I didn't think anything would happen with it. But it's happening, and already we've got close to $2,000 either in or already promised. So I'm absolutely blown away, and it's literally like day by day as I'm hearing that donations are made, I just feel like I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, that this $10,000 is going to be lifted. So thank you.
Thank you, Bekah. Thanks for telling everybody your story. So basically, we're here to let you know the reality of the aftermath of breast cancer, the financial burden that's out there. And I'm here to ask you that if you're one who's inclined to give towards breast cancer this time of year, I'm asking you to give towards Bekah. There's a big pool of money that can be given. If we all pitch in, I think we can make a huge difference in Bekah's world. We have raised almost $2,000 and it's only been 10 days. I am so excited to see what happens in the next month as this continues to proceed. And I believe that we can make a big difference in the world of breast cancer. And I'm asking you to get involved. Thanks for listening.